Tuesday morning, no shows scheduled, no interviews, no studio sessions, just Tuesday. Amy woke up in her Camden flat. Blake still sleeping beside her. Sunlight through curtains, traffic sounds from the street below, normal sounds. Ordinary morning. She made tea, stood at kitchen window, watched people walking to work, buying newspapers, living regular lives, lives without tour buses and dressing rooms and 3,000 people knowing your name. Blake appeared in doorway, hair messy, still half asleep. What time is it? 10. Why are you up? Couldn't sleep? Thinking? Always thinking. He joined her at window, wrapped arms around her from behind, both watching the ordinary world move past. The world that didn't care about Back to Black or Grammy nominations or sold-out shows. You miss it, Blake said. Not question. Statement. Miss what? This? Normal? Anonymous? Amy nodded. Every day. The quiet hours were hardest. Not the performances, not the travel, the spaces between. When the noise stopped and silence remained. When Amy remembered she was a 24-year-old woman who wanted ordinary things. Coffee without being photographed, walk without being recognized, afternoon without being Amy Winehouse. She finished her tea, got dressed, jeans, hoodie, sunglasses, hair in messy bun. Disguise wasn't for fans, was for photographers. Camden was home but also hunting ground. Paparazzi knew where she lived, waited outside pubs, followed her to shops. Blake grabbed jacket. Where are we going? Nowhere special. That's my favorite place. They left through back entrance, avoided Main Street, took side roads, routes Amy knew from childhood. Before fame, before everything changed. Camden was different now, tourists everywhere, trendy shops replacing local businesses. But the bones remained, the heart remembered. The Good Mixer was quiet at 11, morning crowd gone, lunch crowd not arrived yet. Just Ray behind bar, reading newspaper. He looked up, smiled, didn't make fuss. Usual? He asked. Please. Amy and Blake took corner booth. Same booth Amy claimed years ago, before Frank, before anyone knew her name. Ray brought drinks, set them down, disappeared, gave them space, knew better than to hover. Remember the first time we came here? Blake asked. You spilled your drink. You laughed at me. You deserved it. Probably. They sat in comfortable silence. No need to fill space with words, just existing together. No performance, no audience. Just two people having drinks on Tuesday morning. The quiet hours revealed truth fame tried to hide. Amy Winehouse, the performer, could fill arenas. Amy, the person, just wanted coffee without cameras. The gap between those two lives exhausted her, made her treasure moments like this. Normal morning, regular pub, nobody watching. Ray approached with newspaper. You've seen this. Article about Amy. Tour announcement. Speculation about new album. Interview she never gave. Words she never said. Ray pointed at photo. That even you? Amy squinted. Photo was 6 months old. Different hair. Different face. Somehow still printed with yesterday's date. Maybe. Hard to tell. They just make it up now? Pretty much. Ray shook his head, walked away. Amy folded newspaper, pushed it aside, refused to let outside world invade this space. This quiet hour, this ordinary morning. Blake squeezed her hand. You okay? Better now. Then when? Then when I was reading about myself. They stayed at Good Mixer for 2 hours, talking, quiet, existing. Ray refilled drinks without asking. Few regulars filtered in, nodded hello. Didn't gawk, didn't ask for photos, treated Amy like neighbor, like person, like she'd always been just Camden girl who could sing. Leaving was harder than arriving. Outside meant cameras, meant being watched. Inside was sanctuary, but they couldn't hide forever. Ready? Blake asked. No, me neither. Let's go anyway. They walked Camden Market, holding hands, trying to blend. Impossible task. Amy was too recognizable. Beehive might be gone, but face remained. Voice might be silent, but presence spoke. Tourists stopped them. Are you Amy Winehouse? No, Amy said. Get that a lot, though. Really? You look exactly like her. Common face? Tourist walked away. Blake laughed. Common face? Best I could do? We should get you better lies. We should get me better disguise. Fame stole ordinary moments, transformed simple walk into performance. Even when trying to be invisible, Amy was visible. Even when choosing silence, people heard her name. The quiet hours she craved kept slipping away, replaced by recognition, by attention, by everything except normalcy. They escaped to Regent's Park. Bigger space, more people, easier to disappear in crowds, found empty bench, sat, watched joggers and dog walkers and families with strollers. Lives Amy couldn't have. Normal lives, anonymous lives. Do you ever regret it? Blake asked. What? The music? The success? All of it? Amy considered. Long pause. Honest answer required honest thought. No, but I regret what it costs. What does it cost? This, right now, we're sitting in park trying not to be noticed. That's what it costs. The ability to exist without being watched. We're not being watched right now, aren't we? Blake looked around. Amy was right. Phone cameras pointed their direction, subtle, attempting stealth. But there, always there. We could leave, he said. Where would we go? It's same everywhere. Not everywhere. Smaller towns, countryside, places nobody knows you. You suggesting we run away? I'm suggesting we find more quiet hours. They tried different locations, different times, different disguises. Some worked, most didn't. Amy's face was too famous, voice too distinctive, presence too strong. Even in silence, she was loud. Sunday morning, they went to Columbia Road Flower Market. Early, before tourists, just locals buying plants. Amy wore Blake's jacket, baseball cap, different look, worked for 30 minutes. Then someone recognized her, told friend, told another, chain reaction. Within minutes, crowd formed. Cameras appeared. Amy's quiet morning evaporated. Blake took her hand, led her through crowd, polite but firm, got them to car, drove back to Camden, back to flat, back to only truly private space remaining. Amy sat on couch, removed disguise, threw cap across room. I just wanted flowers. I know. Normal people buy flowers on Sunday. You're not normal people. I used to be. Blake sat beside her. You still are. Just famous now, too? Those things don't go together. They do for you. The quiet hours became precious, rare, guarded carefully. Mornings before world woke up, late nights after it went to sleep, windows of time when Amy could exist without performance, without being Amy Winehouse, just Amy, just person. She started waking earlier, 4, 5 in morning. Blake still asleep, flat silent, Camden quiet. She'd make tea, sit at window, watch night transition to day. Those hours belonged to her, nobody watching, nobody knowing, nobody caring. Sometimes she wrote, nothing for album, nothing for label, just thoughts, feelings, words nobody would see, private expression, song without audience. Sometimes she read, books she bought years ago, before fame prevented bookshop browsing, novels about ordinary people. Characters who could walk to corner shop without photographers following. Sometimes she just sat, breathing, existing, remembering who she was beneath the image. Blake woke one morning, found her at window. How long you been up? Hour, maybe 2. Couldn't sleep? Didn't want to. These hours are mine. Don't want to waste them sleeping. He joined her, wrapped blanket around both of them. You could sleep more. Nobody would know. I would know. They sat together, watching Camden wake, traffic starting, people emerging, day beginning, their quiet hour ending. The flat became sanctuary, not just building, not just address, safe space, only place paparazzi couldn't reach, only place Amy controlled access, only place she could be private person instead of public figure. She started declining invitations, parties, events, opportunities to be seen, chose staying home instead, chose quiet instead of noise, chose privacy instead of presence. Nick called, concerned. You're turning down everything. I'm choosing carefully. You're choosing to disappear. I'm choosing to breathe. The label thinks you're becoming difficult. The label can think whatever they want. I need time, I need space, I need quiet. Blake supported her, ran interference, told management no, told press no, protected Amy's quiet hours like treasure, because they were treasure, rare, valuable, irreplaceable. Fame demanded constant presence, always on, always available, always performing. But Amy learned something crucial. Quiet hours weren't weakness, weren't failure, weren't giving up. They were survival, protection, necessary maintenance of self beneath the image. She established rules: no calls before noon, no visitors without notice, no photographs in Camden. Management pushed back. Amy pushed harder. I'm not being difficult, I'm being human. The industry doesn't care about human, Nick said. Then maybe the industry is the problem. Nick sighed. Amy, be reasonable. I am reasonable. I'm asking for mornings to myself. That's not unreasonable. That's baseline humanity. Eventually, they conceded. Not happily, but conceded. Amy's quiet hours became protected, respected, mostly. Blake understood because Blake needed quiet too. Fame by proximity exhausted him. He wasn't famous, but lived with famous. Experienced residual pressure, residual attention, residual loss of privacy. Thursday afternoon, they stayed in bed, not sleeping, just lying there. Curtains closed, phones off. World locked outside. This is nice, Blake said. This is necessary. Same thing. Not really. Nice is luxury. Necessary is survival. You think you'd survive without quiet hours? Amy considered. No, I think I'd lose myself completely. Become only performer, only image. Lose the person underneath. That won't happen. It already started happening. Remember Glasgow, dressing room, when I didn't recognize myself? You recognized yourself eventually. Because I claimed these hours, these quiet spaces, these moments of being nobody. The revelation came slowly, quietly, appropriately. Amy didn't need to escape fame, needed to balance it, needed quiet hours to offset loud ones, needed private self to sustain public self, needed ordinary mornings to survive extraordinary nights. She told Mark during studio session. I need more time off. You just had time off. I need permanent time off, built into schedule, not exception. Rule. Label won't like that. Label doesn't live my life. Mark smiled, understood. What do you need? Mornings, every morning, no sessions before noon, no calls before 1, no exceptions. Done? That easy? That necessary. I've watched you struggle with this. You need quiet hours? I'll make sure you get them. Amy felt relief, permission, validation. She wasn't being difficult, wasn't being diva, was being human, claiming space to exist. The quiet hours became routine. Morning tea, window watching, Blake sleeping late, Amy existing early. Time that belonged only to her. Time nobody could take. Time fame couldn't touch. Sometimes she ventured out. Early walks before Camden woke, before photographers posted. before world started watching. She'd walk familiar streets, remember old Amy, girl who sang in small clubs, who bought coffee without being photographed, who lived ordinary life. Those walks weren't sad, weren't mourning lost normalcy, were remembering, reconnecting, reminding herself who she was before everyone knew who she was. Blake asked once, "Do you wish you could go back, before fame?" "No, but I wish I could take the quiet hours with me, forward into whatever comes next." "You can." "Can I? Fame only gets louder." "Then you make the quiet hours louder too. Claim them harder, protect them fiercer." He was right. Quiet hours weren't about volume, weren't about absence of noise, were about presence of self, about choosing authenticity over performance, about being person instead of persona. The good mixer remained refuge. Ray never changed, never asked for photos, never told press when Amy visited, just poured drinks, gave corner booth, let her exist. Sunday morning became ritual, Amy and Blake. Good mixer, Ray's newspaper, 2 hours of normalcy before world demanded performance. "You're always here Sundays now," Ray observed. "Is that okay?" "More than okay. Nice having regulars who actually want to be regular." Amy smiled. Regular, normal, ordinary. Words she once took for granted, now treasured. The quiet hours taught Amy essential lesson. Fame would always be loud, would always demand, would always take. But she controlled the quiet. She claimed the mornings. She protected the ordinary. She chose the silence. And in those choices, in those quiet hours, in those ordinary moments, Amy Winehouse remained Amy. Not just performer, not just image. Person, real, whole, human. The world could have the loud hours, the performances, the interviews, the appearances, but the quiet hours? Those belonged to her. Tuesday morning, Blake still sleeping, sun rising over Camden, Amy at window with tea, watching ordinary people live ordinary lives. Not jealous, not sad, just present, just quiet, just herself. And that was enough. Some letters are written to be sent, others are written to be kept. In notebooks hidden in her Camden flat, Amy wrote words nobody was meant to see. Letters to herself, to Blake, to people she'd never meet. What did those pages reveal? Next time, we open the letters that were never sent and discover the Amy Winehouse only she knew. Don't miss the next episode.